Alright, here we go then. My first time ever streaming anything. Streaming some Formula 1 PS1. It's going to be straight off of my PS1. So, we'll see how things like hardware and the like kind of go. I think I'm going to have to instantly mute the game audio actually, because I think it's all copyrighted for the intro here, but it's always makes me think of Crash Bandicoot when I see this screen. I think like loads of European PS1 games had this. Regrettably, I must admit to being British. Let me just... That's it. I'm sorry. I don't plan to make any money off of this, but I don't know what would happen if I stream the Steve Vai intro. Rather not risk it. Have a look. There's probably not much point in actually having this in the intro. It's a really bad intro. I've always thought this. It's just a slow zoom around of a random ass car. It's not random actually, is it? It's the Jordan. But oh, it doesn't sound very copyrighted, but I still don't want to risk it. Whatever. You're not in this for the intro. I know for a fact the main menu screen is copyrighted, so let me slide some of that in. Does anyone ever know I was thinking of the old Cad Icarus video where he talks about how the sounds on the loading screen here used to scare him. I'll have to make stories that aren't mine. Okay, so first thing to know, I'm not actually very good at this game, but I am going to do the championship nonetheless. I'm going to do sort of a really basic one, to be honest. Yeah, full grid, 17 rounds. I'll go medium. So this is what I always liked about sort of this game in particular, is you get... it has all the, like, drivers that replaced people. So you have, like, all the 4 McLaren drivers from this year. Nigel Mansell, he only did 2 races in 1995. But here he is in the game anyway. But I am going to play as Heinz-Harald Frentzen. Not going to do any practices. We're going to do qualifying. I'm going to jump straight into qualifying. But I think we're alright, actually, from this point. Because I think all the other Steve Vai, Joe Satriani soundtrack, I think it's only in the arcade mode, which I will not be playing. Because, I don't know, the arcade mode's fine, but I played it before. I played a bit of it in the past, and it's just like... It's like Outrun.
This is the first round of the World Championship, Interlagos, Brazil.
Hell yeah, it is. Let's go. And here we go. Qualifying in Brazil.
Third gear. Fourth gear.
Murray's going to commentate over every single one of my laps here.
Sixth gear.
So this game was released in 1996, but it's a game of the 1995 season, which is relatively interesting to me anyway. As I've alluded to, it sort of means that they already know all the real results of the races this season. Like, I think all the grids are the actual, like, grids from the race.
Third gear.
See, I'm not very good at this game because I didn't know where that corner was. I know how these tracks are laid out, but I don't know how they've done it with 96 technology, that's all. This game also predates analog sticks on the PlayStation, so I'm like having to do all of this with the D-pad. You get used to it, to be honest. It feels better than it has sort of any right to, for controlling with just the D-pad. I have a real soft spot for this game, to be honest. I think it's just because it's just, like, so charming.
He's down at the second split. Third gear. Third gear. Into fourth.
Yeah, so I'm going to do... I don't have a sort of science for this. I'm just going to do some qualifying laps until I'm happy with what I've got. Which is not that. I'm going to try and do a little better than that.
It's not enough to be lucky. You've got to be good.
I don't know if this game actually stops you during the qualifying runs. I don't think it does. I think you can literally just go forever if you want to. In real life, you had in 1995 in real life qualifying, you had just an hour. You had an hour on Friday and an hour on Saturday. So I guess you have cumulatively 2 hours. So I wonder if this game would like time you out if you spent an hour or two on the same quality session. I'm not going to do that. I want to be higher than 18.
Third gear.
Oh no, traffic. Jesus.
Up into second. Into third.
Oh, get out of the way, McLaren. Oh.
I'm looking at the lap times now. He's down at the second split.
Okay, this should be a lot better. I'm not trying to like do ridiculously well. I am in a Salva. Best result for this team this year was a single podium.
He's closing the gap.
8th place. That will do me pretty nicely, actually. Whoops.
We've got real excitement coming up now.
I want to see the rest of the grid before this one. It's quite hard to go.
This is the critical time now.
Okay, I don't actually know what I've got it set to for the number of laps. I forgot to check. Hopefully it's a short race. I don't really want to sort of be here
I'm sure there was contact there.
for like an hour.
Incredible. He's up to a flying start. He's up into the points now.
Yeah, that's a pretty good start.
He's
But
closing the gap.
well, I don't enjoy racing in this game because they are all over the place. I've been hit by somebody. They're all over the place. I'm all over the place. It's quite difficult to not be all over the place in this game. What is this Benetton doing though? He's swinging across the entire track. Oh, and they're so slow. So I think it's technically possible to play this game with like damage on and like rules, but I cannot imagine doing that, to be honest. Oh my god!
Oh no! He's definitely gaining.
Yeah, I'd say the control is like better than you sort of think it would be for playing the entire game with a D-pad. Oh my god! Please, nobody tells me like this.
He forces his way through. It's the penultimate lap.
Okay, that's gonna be good. So we're all right. We're doing short races. That's what I wanted. The penultimate lap, we're on lap 2. You might say it's a bit silly that I'm doing the quote-unquote realistic Grand Prix mode and I'm doing really short races.
He's right up tight behind him, pushing hard. I'm sure there was contact.
So yeah, this is how this game goes, to be honest, is you qualify quite low, and then it doesn't take much until you're ahead of the AIs, but I've not gone on hard because it's going to... Jesus. See, it's going to level out at some point, because I'm going to make some like embarrassing mistakes. So, yeah, this car is not supposed to be winning any races. But I'm just a gamer. I won't say it. This is what I was born to do. to that without lifting. I'm not sure to do that. I don't even know where. Where is it? Where is everybody? Where is lots of them? This track is so wide. I'm pretty sure this track is not this wide in real life and never has been. It makes it quite difficult to sort of go off anywhere. But when you get some tracks, especially like, so I don't mind if I win this one because I just always do terribly at Argentina, which is the next track. There's just something about it, I just don't like it. I'm doing a little bit better on this than I sort of expected to be honest. But like I say, it will balance out. I'm not going to be doing like an upset for the championship because I will get my comeuppance at some point for this. Oh my god! See, we're already getting there a little bit. What did I say? There you go. That's more. Oh no! I've thrown the race sleds.
I'm sure there was contact there.
Oh, he's not the arm there. Okay.
And the gap is closing.
Oh,
Sure there was
oh wow!
contact
That wasn't even my fault. The Williams is just going to win this one.
Spectacular overtaking there. Race
Or am I going to win this one?
in first, David Coulthard. Second, Heinz Harold Hansen.
Oh, no.
Third, it's a win for David Coulthard.
Coulthard wins the first round. 0.011. Come on. I got the flap though. Nice. Continue. The menus on this game are just, they're interesting. I'm not sure I like agree with the way they're formatted, to be honest. Because I don't think this is just a sign of the time. This game's older than me. I'm prepared to cut it some slack. Like I said, I have a massive soft spot for it. But I don't necessarily agree with the way that you have to go all the way back to the menu to save.
Here we are in Buenos Aires, Argentina, for round 2 of the World Championship.
Here we are indeed. So this playing this game for the first time, this is like probably the third or fourth time that I've spent some serious time with this game. The first time I played this was as an emulator on my Raspberry Pi, because I'm one of those guys, and I have been known to be. And playing this track on this game in that format was the first time that I ever tried racing on this track. I didn't know the layout, I still kind of don't, which is why I just always do terribly when it gets here, because as you've seen, I've gone straight into qualifying here. You get infinite tries, but I don't know it as well as I do Brazil, because it's not on the modern F1 games, because this stopped being a track in Formula 1 after 1998. And modern games are allergic to giving you old tracks, and I wish they wouldn't be, because it's really cool. Also, by the way, alcohol sponsorship. Also, by the way, there's a corner there. Oh, the Foster's distracted me. Yeah, uncensored alcohol sponsorship. I noticed that when I was playing this for like the first time. It's not like I care. I wouldn't care if they had the uncensored tobacco sponsors, but it's just interesting. This game's rated 3+, or like 3 to 10, because the game predates the PEGI rating, so it's 3 to 10 on the old one. And I don't know if they sort of have that. I think having any mention of real alcohol brands would be enough to get you like an 18 or something now. I mean, there's the Marlboro thing. I mean, it doesn't say Marlboro, but clearly what it is. But yeah, Foster's, Campari. So it's interesting. I wonder if, like, did they sell this game in France? Because France has really, really strict alcohol advertising laws. So like, I wonder if this game's like technically illegal advertising for alcohol in France. I don't think it matters, but I was doing some research about this because I had lofty ambitions to do a sort of scripted series about all the Formula 1 games like on the PS1 and then moving into like the PS2 and N64 and everything else going up to all the modern games. But it turns out that I am massively lazy and I don't like to write a script and then record the footage and then edit it all. So this felt a lot easier because I would just be occasionally playing this anyway. Please.
I'm sure there was contact there. He spun it.
That's not my fault. I'm telling you now.
It's Fredson.
He just turned in on me,
Right
man.
off the track there. Up into fourth. Down into second. Into first.
Who even was that? Is that Simtech?
Into third. Up into fourth.
You're gonna pass me.
He's a bit off the pace there.
Yeah, that was I was recharging my hybrid battery, guys. It's Formula 1, that's what you do, right?
He never, ever gives up.
That's true, they never give up. Every lap is another opportunity to make a new and exciting mistake.
He's up after the first split. Down into third. Fourth gear.
Or to get caught up on... Who's this? Is this the other Simtech? Move!
Oh my word.
I'm sure he's probably going full speed. Just how terrible that car actually was in real life. So anyway, yeah, realistic racing game on a PS1 where you can't modulate the throttle or brakes or anything, it's all digital, the steering's all digital.
Down into first.
Oh my god. You know what, I'll be honest and admit that I think, what was it, 19th that I've got? I may as well just start there. This is how this always goes, right? On this track for me at least. I might still be able to get some points out of that. Let's try for one more. I'm going to end up spending longer in the qualifying than I am in the race here.
Into second.
I just want to get
into third.
a lap.
Up into fourth.
Just a crumb of a lap in, please.
Up into fifth. Fourth gear. He's up after the first split. It's not enough to be lucky. You've got to be good. And he is that.
I don't even know why there are AI cars on the track during qualifying, because, like I said, I'm pretty sure this game is supposed to, like, just put cars in their real, like, qualifying places for the actual race. I don't even, to be honest, I don't know if they actually do that perfectly. I think it says that on the Wikipedia article for this game. So, that means I just believe it.
He's down at the second split. That was almost certainly
I cannot believe it. I literally cannot believe that. It wasn't going to be, like, a good lap, don't get me wrong, but getting caught up on the Tyrrell at the very end of the lap there, I literally don't care. Coulthard, Hill, Schumacher, I'm not going to scroll all the way down here, it takes forever. 19th. We're not going to be here for long.
We've got real excitement coming up now. Green, go!
This is like, so okay, it does chug a bit if you're right in the middle of the pack like this.
Spectacular overtaking there. I'm sure there was contact there.
But equally, yeah, sometimes you just make up 7 places off the start. It's no big deal.
And the gap is closing.
But I'm now going to have to try and thread my way through these guys, who are insanely slow anytime there's an acceleration zone. They're just slow. They're slow and they're everywhere. or if you're not going directly straight, any contact with anything has just you cannot predict what's going to happen. There we go. We fought through it. It's alright though, because I think that must be Johnny Herbert. I think there is a bit in there anyway. Oh wait, no, that's a Jordan, isn't it? Oh, there is a Jordan. That's not the Benetton, isn't it? That's the Benetton. There you go.
Spectacular overtaking there.
So that would be Johnny Herbert.
This is the next to last lap. He's closing the gap. I'm sure there was contact there.
Yeah.
It's Herbert. Remember, anything happens in Grand Prix racing, and it usually does.
I do love commentary in this game. I don't mean to sound patronising about Murray Walker, but I do always wonder when I sort of hear him in this game. I doubt. Surely he'd never played a video game, right?
Michael Schumacher in second
But
place.
he just got the assignment. He just he understood what he was doing.
Damon Hill in fourth position. Jules Alesi in fifth place. Eddie Irvine.
Oh my god! Actual live scenes, actual racing in this game. The AI made a move on. That AI just overtaken two of us at the same time. That is genuinely pretty impressive.
What's happened? There was definitely contact between the two cars.
Oh, straight here. Well, I talked a big talk about how slow these AIs were, and I actually lost the place on that lap, so maybe that'll shut me up.
Johnny Herbert. Ouch! 10th. Heights Harold Frenson. 11th.
I'm getting desperate. I shouldn't do that. As I said, I'm not in this to win a championship. I'm in this to play as Frenson for the entirety of Formula 1 games on PlayStation. Yeah, I never finished that thought, did I? I was going to do that as a scripted series, and now I've just decided that I'm just going to stream it over the course of, however long it takes, frankly. I've literally just today ordered an Xbox Series X with Starfield to play, so I think a really good time to get into this, really. But I'm not going to sort of commit to schedule or anything, because it's mostly just posterity. Just play it and talk about it a bit. Anybody feels like watching it, that's just a bonus to me. I'm a bit of a Twitch streamer, to be honest. I don't really watch Twitch streamers myself. Maybe you can tell. I have no idea how this looks or sounds. Hopefully it's alright. I did a test recording yesterday. Oh, I didn't even get a point on that.
In second place.
Well, that's not too bad actually. Best of the rest. Play ahead of my teammate. Where even was my teammate? Did I qualify ahead of my team? I don't think I saw my teammate, so I guess I must have done. Still ahead of Ferrari in the World Championship. Sometimes it's an achievement for a team like Sauber. Sometimes you come to expect it. What do we have next?
Welcome to Imola for the San Marino Grand Prix 1995.
Hell yeah. So this is obviously the first version of the track after they added the two chicanes after 94.
Into third, up into fourth,
It's no surprise that they don't sort of make a big deal about that in the game.
Down into
But
fourth.
easy to forget about that chicane if you're used to how it works in F1 right now, where that chicane doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if there are any games out there that let you play the old version of Imola without these chicanes. That would be cool. That would be cool to sort of try. I know there's mods for it.
He's already behind at the first split.
Leave me alone, Murray. Sorry, I'm not far from Michael pissing Schumacher on my first run. Whoa, that's close. Yes, I mean, to be honest, right?
He's down at the second
When it's your first time exploring the way these tracks work in this game, you do have to squint a bit for where the corners are going to be.
Up into fifth.
I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt sometimes. But the lighting is sort of interesting, and I don't know how much of that is because I'm obviously playing this on a modern TV. But, oh god, where is the turning point here, you see? Like,
He really loves these kind of conditions.
12th place. Do you know what? I might actually call that. I think that's okay. I'll save the time that I wasted at Argentina. Schumacher, Berger, Coulthard, Hill.
Watch for the lights. We've got real excitement coming up now.
Go!
Straight down towards turn
Oh my god,
one.
please. Who's that? That was a footwork. That was probably Taki Miller, I don't know.
That's moved him up a place. He's been overtaken.
Oh, sneak on me.
That's taken him up a position. He's closing.
It's kind of weird to see. I don't mean to just talk about the sponsors. I like to think I'm better than that. But something else seems to feel weird. There's like just literally there's like McDonald's in this game. The Alfa Romeo stuff and like the Renault Laguna sponsors are kind of cool because it's kind of like the first indication you get where it's like, oh, they actually like all the sponsors were really there, like because this race happened already by the time this game came out.
10. Rubens Barrichello. 11. Heinz Harold
That's
Frentzen.
going to open the door for me. Can't go through it.
Aguri Suzuki. He forces his way through.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Come on!
Hang on.
Oh! Wait, that must be Mansell, right?
What's happened? I'm sure there was contact there. Only 2 more laps to go. He's definitely gaining.
Oh god,
He
oh
must
god.
be shedding buckets of adrenaline in that car. Ouch!
Nice. That was a move. That was a fair move.
Spectacular overtaking there. Race order. In first place, Michael Schumacher. In second, Gerhard Berger. Third, David Coulthard. In fourth position, Damon
Oh,
Hill.
where is he? Where is he?
In fifth,
He's not there. It's good.
Mika Hakkinen. In sixth position, Jean Alesi.
Yeah, I meant to mention this earlier. It was Aguri Suzuki got a mention earlier from old Muzzer. Please don't hurt it. Yeah, splitting the seat with Martin Brundle here. It was weird. And this game obviously knows about it because it knows all the driver substitutions. So sometimes it's Suzuki, sometimes it's Brundle. I just think it's neat. I don't know.
Unbelievable! There was definitely contact between the two cars.
Come on, we're in the points now. As we go to the final lap.
It's the
Let's go.
final lap. He's definitely gaining. Oh my word! He must be shedding buckets of adrenaline in that car.
Well,
Look at that!
I don't know if they had invented proximity indicators in 1996,
Definitely gaining.
but I kind of wish there were such a thing. Oh, Ferrari's in the lead!
Was almost certainly a collision there.
After at the back of Coulthard.
No!
Ferrari leads Imola. Let's go!
Wait a minute! It's Coulthard!
So you just got to, if you get on the grass or off the track at any point, as long as you don't accelerate, you can normally just about survive it. Excuse me.
In second place, Michael Schumacher. In third position, David Coulthard. Fourth, Heinz Harold Frentzen. The sun is out and the weather is fine. In fifth, Damon Hill. In sixth place, Johnny Herbert.
That was forceful there from Coulthard. Are we going to get a last corner upset, or is Ferrari going to win? Oh my god, is Berger going to win? Am I going to get Schumacher on the line? Oh, no, that's it.
It's a win for Gerhard Berger. The Tifosi will.
Tifosi will. They will indeed. Grazie ragazzi. Hell yeah. I'm happy about that. I'm happy with fourth place as well. It's now Coulthard leading the championship. Was it that already? I knew this was a bad season for Damon, but yeah, that's not as ridiculous as I've had it on my save file list before. So it must now be Spain, right? I'm no expert on the 95 calendar, but I'm pretty sure that's next. If only because I know those are the two races that Mansell did.
Round 4
There we
of
go.
the 1995 World Championship here in Spain.
Gran Premio de España. I couldn't afford the tilde.
Go! Up into third.
I haven't played F123 yet, so this is I have to get my
Fifth gear.
fill of the last corner of this track without chicaning it playing games like this.
He's accelerating hard.
There's no. I'm so used to. I know there haven't been marker boards for this entire game. I'm aware, but just there, I was like waiting to see one. You can take this corner flat, by the way. You couldn't do that in real life until 2010, and only then if you're driving a Red Bull. But I guess we're driving a Red Bull Sauber, so there you go. That's must be why.
Fifth gear. Down into third. First gear.
Yeah, I don't know if that stutter or that weird sort of flickering effect just came up there. I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm playing this on like an original disc from like actual hardware. As far as I'm aware, this disc is holding up pretty well. I've certainly had no problems with it in the past, but it does occasionally skip a little bit on sort of commentary lines, and I just saw an interesting little effect with the pop in there, but that might just be because this is a PS1 game. It's sometimes hard to tell. Feels like it's going to be a decent lap. Oh, maybe not. 10th place. Take that. Schumacher, Lacey, Berger, Coulthard. This is going to be a weird championship.
We've got real excitement coming in now. Red, green, go! Flat out now.
Oh god, this is going to be...
Superb!
This is
He
going to be bizarre.
forces his way through.
Well, it was a little bit bizarre. Not quite the same way that I was expecting.
He's definitely
Damon Hill out of the points. Like,
He forces his way
oh
through.
my god, that Jordan's on the grass. I'm going to assume that AIs if they're on the grass. It doesn't matter, right?
It's Herbert.
Oh. So yes, of course there is the obvious point with the fact that this is a digital sort of car control. But if you do, if you go deep into the corner, it's a real struggle. Oh my god!
I'm sure there was contact there.
It's just a real struggle. There's no end to that sentence. It's a real struggle. You're totally turning fast, that's good. But this game is just so like insane with the way that AIs work and all that. It doesn't even matter, but it's like that. It's just, it's so dumb. It's wild to think, to look at sort of like reviews of the time saying that this is like the most realistic like racing experience like ever would have been on a console at the time. And I'm not like disputing that because I sort of know a little bit of the history. I know that's probably true, but it's just funny to even consider. Well, obviously, you know, F1 esports and all that today, it's not that good anyway. It's not great to begin with. But could you imagine if people tried doing like serious championships on this game? I reckon some people would do it. I think I don't know what I'm saying. It would be interesting to see. It might just be that I can't drive, and most people, or some people, are able to play this and not crash into people, and actually like hit consistent braking points, and you know, good lines and all that. But it's funnier to imagine that this is like peak performance. I shouldn't even say that. But yeah, I don't know. It sounds like I'm taking a piss. I do genuinely really like this game. I think I prefer this to 97, which I think is a slightly controversial opinion. I think there's a lot of love to 97. But I just love, what I love about this game in particular is just how just earnest it is. I don't know, what am I saying? By the way, it's Ferrari 1 and 3, Alesi's in the lead. What is happening? Have I just overtaken Schumacher and didn't even notice? I'm dropping Coulthard now. Ooh. Yeah, like this game is just like, it's Formula 1 on a PlayStation. It's a racing game. It's got the license. It's got Mario Walker. It's Formula 1 on a PlayStation. It's not like branded. It doesn't say that it's the game of the '95 championship, even though it released in '96 or that sort of thing. So it almost reminds me of like, I don't know, like Atari games or like NES games where it's just like golf, football. Right, there it is. It's Formula 1. Oh, can Alesi hold on for this? Looks like it. Oh my god!
I'm sure there was contact there.
Wow. Genuine, real racer.
It's a win for Jean
Oh,
Alesi.
I didn't even get my podium. Oh, actually, no, yeah. No, I did beat Schumacher just. That was for third. Damon Hill 9. What is happening in this championship, man? Coulthard leads by 8 points. Ferrari are ahead of Benetton in the World Championship in the constructors. How bizarre! That's what you get with the short races. I know it's probably completely doable to sort of play longer length races when you get like pit stops and stuff going on. Someone will probably say that I'm missing out on part of the game by not doing that, because I think it's like, oh, the boxes. I would check the case, but I have to get up to do that. But I think the fact that it's got pit stops is like considered a selling point of this game, and the fact that I'm not doing it, some would say, it's
Welcome
probably
to
like a
picturesque
missed
Monte
opportunity.
Carlo for the Monaco Grand Prix.
Oh boy, here we go. So Monaco in this game isn't as bad as you might expect it to be. In my experience at least, it's probably because I'm playing without damage on. I mean, what? So why did I even say that? I don't even think that's correct. I think this actually might suck.
Into first. It's Gregson. Unbelievable. He's hit the barrier. Fourth gear. Into fifth.
Oh yeah, I'm also not doing like any setups or anything either. This game does have setups. At least it does in the Grand Prix mode. I think that's like supposed to be like the thing that differentiates it from the arcade mode, is that you can do your own car setups. But if I'm completely honest, I set up my cars on like current F1 games by just googling them, so I'm not going to bother getting setups for this game.
Down into first.
I don't think I was on the racing line at any point for any of that.
Up into fifth. He's down at the second split.
Nobody saw anything. That's literally fine. There's no concept of deleted laps. Oh, the swimming pool's a lot tighter in this, especially this bit. This is a change. I don't know exactly when they changed the sort of swimming pool and Rascasse area, but it's nowhere near as straight as it in sort of the old games as it is now. What have we got? 6th place! Let's go! I'll take it back. Monaco's easy on this game. We finally got Hill on pole, by the way, and let's see how that goes. Hill, Schumacher, Coulthard, Berger. Now next to a Lacey.
And it's go! This is the critical time now.
Easy. Easy game. Game's just easy. I'm setting up several petards here from which to hoist myself if I'm not careful. Oh! Round the outside of the hairpin? No chance. Can't see a thing in this tunnel, by the way. Oh my god, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? God, I was lucky to kick out the wall. So yeah, I have no damage on, so it doesn't actually matter all that much if I hit the wall, but if you do hit the wall, even with damage off, there is an interaction, shall we say.
It's the penultimate lap. You can see visually just how small the gap is. There was definitely contact between the two cars.
Oh yeah, I was like, you can just about see it on the screen at the hill there. That's the, what I think of as like the Mario Kart 64 thing. Replicates what you're seeing on the screen. By the way, I'm in the lead. I've just overtaken Schumacher through Casino. Oh, there we go. There's a corner there.
Race order. In first,
Okay, can I get this? Can I get the chicane right for once?
In fifth position,
That's not bad.
Gerhard Berger. In sixth place, Jean Alesi.
You know, it shouldn't be a surprise really that chicanes are where the D-pad controls struggle a bit because it's not particularly natural to sort of swap your thumb over from left to right or vice versa. What is happening right now? Why is this happening? Why is this the way this is going?
He must be shedding buckets of adrenaline in that
noise.
car.
That's quite a noise I just made there. That's probably the exact noise that Senna made before he hit the barrier at 48.
Wait a minute! That's a Sauber! He's into the barriers!
That's probably the exact noise that, I don't know, Perez made when he hit that barrier. Oh, help me, Murray. What do I do if my hand's starting to cramp?
It's Gregson! Race order. The race leader, Heinz-Harald Gregson. In second, Michael Schumacher.
Alright.
Third,
Oh, I was fine. I'm fine.
What a marvellous race! What a great...
Oh, that was closer than I thought, actually. First win of the season. We've done it. Sauber never won a Grand Prix in real life, but I've just won one now. I'm third in the championship. I'm 4 points behind Schumacher. This wasn't supposed to happen. But it's fine. I don't know, the whole thing is like, well, for me anyway, is like, if you're gonna, I may as well try and win the championship now, because there's no point doing a lot better than you should, but still being nowhere near. But I still feel like I'm gonna be nowhere near. I'm pretty sure this game does have, like, it's not like every car you drive
Montreal,
is the same.
Canada, and round 6 of the championship.
Well, I never do well here at least, so this will get things back to normal. Because this looks like it's sort of...
Go!
It's realistic. The layout is correct to how this track was in 1995.
Down into first. Up into second.
But
Third gear.
it's strange. It's
Up
weird
into fourth.
in sort of... from what I'm used to. Oh, that's not really great. This is one where you can definitely sort of tell that they've put the exact correct sponsors up, because it's got the. Hang on, we're not quite there just yet. I mean, it's got Molten Drive, which is very Canadian, but this bridge is sort of was a shot I always think of when I think of this race in real life. Quebec 2002, Winter Olympic bid. Like, it's to the point that I forget that that's not where those Winter Olympics were actually held, and it was actually Salt Lake City. Because I always think, whenever I think of the 2002 Winter Olympics, which I'd say I don't very often, but whenever I do, I think of the clips from, like, this race.
Up into sixth.
Right, that's the problem. Yeah, I think the clips from this race are seeing that sponsors billboard. Yes, chicanes on the straight here, extra chicane. Very clearly a temporary measure. They put it there in '94 because it was one of the like post-Senna crash, like temporary chicanes. But unlike some of the other ones, they just kept it in Canada for '95 for some reason. 12th place, that'll do. As long as I remember waking up, I don't have to brake that early at turn 1. Schumacher, Hill, Coulthard, Berg. I know I just said that I should probably just challenge for the championship at this point. I want to be like semi. I think it's sort of like clearly the AIs aren't setting their own qualifying times, right? Because I think I've got the fastest lap in every race so far. This is not fair. I'm going to be honest about that. Actually. Yeah, so clearly the AIs aren't setting their own qualifying times. This is why it sort of always happens that you sort of under-qualify, and then in a sort of Gran Turismo style, it's basically just start at the back and see how far forward you can get. I'm not ruling out the possibility that I'm going to get some like insane pole position at some point, because I've been known to on this game before. I've now set myself up, but I'm not going to say which track it was, so that nobody can ever say that I failed at something I said I was going to do. Yeah, oh dear. Well, it's a wonder it took this long before something like that happens, to be honest.
He forces his way through.
But yeah, comebacks now on in an extra sort of way.
That's moved him up a place. He must be shedding buckets of adrenaline in that car. Only 2 more laps to go. Race order. Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher, David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert.
See, the AIs in this game, they just have a tendency to brake on like corner exits. That's a problem a lot of the time. I mean, that chicane in this game, you don't have to brake for it at all. So the fact that they brake on the exit, oh, that's my teammate.
Remarkable. That's taken him up a position. Look at that.
I've been a bit rude with my teammate there, but it's the first time that I've seen a teammate at any point. Oh dear. Well, that worked. I literally couldn't see. I couldn't see ahead of the 2 cars that I just accidentally drive bombed there. I didn't realise there was even a gap there. I'm glad there was.
That's moved him up a place.
Oh, see, whose idea is this?
Between the 2 cars.
This makes it more dangerous.
8, Eddie Irvine. 9, Heinz Harold Frentzen. 10, Mark Blundell. And it's the last lap of the race.
I don't know why that straight is so much longer.
Buckets of adrenaline in that car. That was almost
Here, I just-
certainly a collision there.
Yeah.
That's taken him up a position.
Oh my god, this McLaren. Oh my god, these Ferraris. Remember how in real life, this is the only race that Ferrari actually won?
Superb. You can see visually just how small the gap is.
And now I don't know which one this is in front of me, but he's out the points.
Oh no!
Points down to 6. Maybe that's clear by now, so I don't need to say it. So.
Johnny Herbert. He's losing ground. Wait a minute.
They used the same point system from 1991 to 2002.
That's moved him up a place.
10 points for a win, 6 for second, 4 for third, 3 for fourth, 2 for fifth, 1 for sixth. So I've now got 1 point,
Finishing in the points now.
having completely mugged what's been happening.
I'm
Well.
sure there was contact there.
1 point is all I'm getting.
It's a win for Damon Hill.
Oh, finally.
Grant Williams is going to be very happy with this win.
I didn't get fastest lap on that one either. That was actually a pretty commanding win for Damon, in all honesty. He's still 2 points behind me in the championship. This is a little bit stupid. And it's obviously this is the problem when there's only 6 points positions and like there's no such thing as retirements, at least not in the way I'm playing it, because as I've noted, how could you possibly play this game with damage on? That would be insane. I don't know if there are. I know there are mechanical failures in 97. I don't know if there are in this game. But yeah, it basically means that no teams other than like the top 3 basically. Like then basically like, you know, I'm always in the points. My teammate isn't, and Jordan got points at the first round just because they happened to.
Welcome to the French Grand Prix here in Magny-Cours.
Magny-Cours is an interesting track for me as well, because I sort of I know this one a little bit better than like Argentina as far as tracks that aren't on the modern Formula 1 calendar, because I played a little bit of F1 Challenge 9902 on PC at some point. But the version in this game is a little bit funky. Like you can't do Estoril this corner here. You can't take that flat, and I always think you can because of like all of the sort of funky corners that you can take flat in this game.
Looking at the lap times now, he's down at the third split. Into second.
This happened.
Into second.
It's always a
Third gear.
colossal danger zone in the race as well.
Up into fifth.
So basically, it's this sector of the lap I don't actually know all that well, and I just kind of have to just kind of guess what I'm doing. This corner is really tight. That's the one I always forget about. I've ended up on the gravel there more times than I would. It's not even I care to admit. I'm happy to admit it. I just don't know how big the number is. Chateau d'Eau.
Third gear. Up into fourth.
And then we've got actual like marker boards for this one corner. I remember that, yeah. But the only corner in the entire game that gives you like corner or meters to the braking point. 12th place, take that. Solidly midfield. I'll just skip through his on play. Like, I apologize.
Watch the lights. And they're off. Let out now. Amazing. That's taken it up a position. That's down a position.
Well, that's certainly a lane that opened up for me. Thanks a lot, guys.
He should be finishing in the points now. I'm sure there was contact there. He's closing the gap.
Is there somebody next to me? I have genuinely no idea. Oh, there's somebody next to me.
He's lost a place. Spectacular overtaking there.
Oh, God.
That was almost certainly a collision there.
It is, I will admit, for everyone who said I enjoy playing this
The
game,
gap is closing.
I feel like an idiot crashing into everything in this game, and the game doesn't know how to handle it if you do. I recognise that the answer to that is don't hit anything. Wait, it's... Oh!
Oh no!
I should have pushed the
Sure
button.
there was contact there.
No.
Unbelievable. That's
Alright, in my
put it
defence,
down
long,
the
I've
place.
got this back before I stream the
This
application.
is the next to last lap. He forces his
Out of the
way
corner of
through.
my arm. Oh, see, I mean, I was nearly going off track there because I was being a little bit ambitious with the throttle.
These kind of
Oh, it's braking towards that one as well. Maybe I should pay more attention to that, because I don't think I ever really managed to take that down and get that track clean.
Damon Hill in second place. Michael Schumacher in third position. Heinz Harold Frentzen.
Oh, do I dare?
He's definitely gaining.
Oh, I don't.
He's right up top
I can't, in
behind
good
him,
conscience,
pushing
claim
hard.
to actually be faster than him. Because when they start pulling away from you on the straight, where it's like, oh, actually, I should probably just admit defeat on this one. But I don't know if the AI car is sort of bothered with doing setups.
Only one more lap to go. He's losing ground.
But these two are definitely pulling ahead. Doesn't always happen. Is there someone right behind me? I just felt like I was hearing another engine noise really close to me.
Oh no!
Somehow, even with that in mind, that's still happening.
Incredible! Spectacular overtaking there. They're really
Where are you?
right on the
Okay.
edge, pushing
All
it
right.
to the limit all the time. And the gap is closing.
I am not going to do something stupid here.
Race order. Damon Hill.
As much as it would be fun.
Michael Schumacher.
I'll take the P2.
David Coulthard. It's a win for Damon
Well, that was actually a lot
Hill.
closer than I thought it was going to be, to be
Williams.
honest. Okay, Hill's overtaken me. I'm now 10 points behind in the championship, top four within 10 points of each other. Things are starting to make a little bit more sense. Except for this. It's weird that McLaren haven't scored a single point. And that doesn't feel right.
Welcome to Silverstone, the home of the British Grand Prix.
Britain!
Go!
Where does it start you?
Second gear.
Yes, I remember now. This is a funky version of Silverstone. Because there are just like a whole part, like this section of the lap, just none of it feels like it's like, why is this bit so wide? I'm sure that's not correct. But to be fair, I haven't actually watched the 95 British Grand Prix, so maybe that is correct how it looked at the time. I'm not talking about the layout, obviously, I'm aware of the layout differences.
Fifth gear.
And I don't know.
Fourth
I like
gear.
the old track, I like the new track.
The sun is out and the weather is
Bridge
fine.
Corner is a really good corner. I'm upset that they don't have Bridge Corner anymore, because that would have been amazing to see with like the 2017 model Formula 1 cars. But I also quite like the sort of new sweep in turn 1 and all that. Same year, it was over 10 years
Up
old
into
at this
second.
point.
Into third. Into fourth. Up into fifth.
The thing is that you'd think it would get confusing if you play sort of modern racing games and then you come back to playing something like this. Like you'd think, oh yeah, it's Silverstone, so that corner goes right. But just something about it. Literally, possibly it's just starting the lap at tops. Just puts you in the right frame of mind to sort of just remember what the differences are.
He must be shedding buckets of adrenaline in that car.
Have I ever spoken in my life? See, like, that doesn't feel right. That feels like that's supposed to be the corner where I just went. I make that mistake every time. And like, where is the line here? Yeah, it's just a bit funny.
Sixth gear.
I made enough mistakes there that I'm happy to actually try and find a lap there, because I don't really want to start 16th. Fuck, I went off the track at Stowe, and I braked too early for Abby.
He's already behind at the first split. Into fifth. Second gear.
Well, in my defence, where do you brake for that corner for it to make sense? There's just something about sort of hard braking in this game, with it being obviously all digital, that just, it never feels, it always feels weird, especially to accelerate. Like, you know, you get the wheel spin sound, and you sort of get like a noticeable kind of drop in traction and all that. But it's also like, this is literally the only possible way to like brake and steer and accelerate. So like, what do you sort of want me to do?
He must be shedding buckets of adrenaline in that car.
Is this even going to be a better lap? Where am I getting?
Closing the gap.
Oh, 12th place, that's fine. What a place to stop it. I got distracted, I was looking at the time. I wasn't looking at the road. Hill, Schumacher, Coulthard, Berger.
They're ready for the off.
I think it's funny, old Silverstone here. The sort of back of the field carried on around the corner. Oh! Thanks for just braking directly off the line. Oh, clean move. Didn't just like dive bomb like 5 cars at the inside. I didn't go off the track, I didn't hit anybody, so it's clean. Where are any of you guys going? Oh!
Unbelievable! That was almost certainly a collision there.
This is not one change of direction.
Oh my word!
That's fine.
That's taken in up a position.
I made the mistake when I was playing. It's not actually this game. It was 97. I was playing. When I was like, oh yeah, I'll have the rules on, because it basically like the options were like more obvious. So I was like messing around with more of the options than I was when I was first playing this. And I was like, oh yeah, I have the rules on, and then it literally got black flagged in like the first race, because you know, obviously again, things like this don't have a sort of perfect way of attributing fault in collisions like this.
He's up into the points now.
Well, I'm just trying again where I think that's a way tighter corner than it's going to be. Oh, you can come out here. Oh yeah, I just caught me something.
This is the next to
Oh,
last
that's
lap.
close.
And he's gained a lot of time there. Look at that! Race order. In first, Michael Schumacher. In second position, Damon Hill. He forces his way through. He's closing the gap.
Drama. Oh my god, there's someone up there.
Unbelievable.
What happened? What happened
That
there?
was almost certainly a collision there.
I couldn't possibly have left more room. How did he still hit me? I should have known.
It's amazing.
Right, I'm gonna leave this place. I know something's gonna come.
We're into the final lap.
Well,
He's
that's it.
definitely gaining.
That's
It's
certainly a
not enough to be
conflagration
lucky.
behind me
You've
right
got to
now.
be good.
There we go. How about that? Saved it.
Oh no!
And somehow still
That's
turned me on
taken
again.
him up a position.
Irvine with the fastest lap.
He's closing the gap. Race order. Michael Schumacher, Damon Hill, Heinz Harold Frentzen, David Coulthard.
So what's happening here? Last lap move. Is it last lap?
Beautiful.
Please run for Jesus.
Spectacular overtaking there. And the gap is closing.
Alright, come on, Michael.
Wait a
Avenue.
minute.
Oh.
That's into first place.
Let's go.
What a marvellous race. What a great win.
I wasn't expecting that. I don't normally do two. Oh my god, I'm 3 points off the championship lead. Huh. Maybe it is worth me trying to go for it then. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna maximize whatever results I can get. But Heinz Harold Frentzen, world champion? More likely than you think. My logic was, when I was planning on doing this as a series, which I guess I still am, just a live series, was I was going to play as Heinz Harold
Round
Frentzen
9 of the World
in every
Championship
kind of
now
relive
here
his
at
career
Hockenheim, Germany.
and sort of at the end of it kind of compare whatever I'd managed to accomplish to what he actually did in real life. I mean, we've already won. He won his first race in real life in '97.
Into fourth.
How many races have I won now? Was that my second or third? I think it was Monaco
Up into fourth.
and Silverstone, right? Don't think I won another one. It's weird that it was like an hour ago when I started. It's like I've been streaming for an hour and 17 minutes. How have I already forgotten the results that I've had from this? Anyway, Old Hockenheim. The last stand in the forest. This is a very, very cool track from this exact vantage point. I don't blame them for not actually sort of having this track anymore in real Formula 1 or in real anything. They cut it all down, don't they?
Times now. He's down
But
at
while
the
they,
first split.
you know, they dug it all up and they filled it all in and replanted it
Into
all.
fifth.
So it's all just forest again. Which
Into
is
sixth.
obviously a way better use of space than, you know, ribbons of tarmac through a sort of natural wonder of a forest. But it's just such an insane track, even with these chicanes. To think that they were still coming down here like this, just about within the 21st century, is kind of weird because this is so like.
That's powerful acceleration there.
Just like 60s coded, which is like the dumbest possible thing I could say because they didn't come here in the 60s. They were still at the Nürburgring.
It's not enough to be lucky.
The first race here was 1970.
And he is that.
First Formula
He's
1
down
race.
at the second split.
Obviously, this was the site of Jim Clark's death in '68. Well, that was Formula 2.
Sixth
Fourth on the
gear.
grid. I was doing a good lap. There's also the one where it's like pretty clear that they've fudged the lap times a little bit to account for the fact that I'm not on hard, presumably, because this is not a 2-minute lap in real life. It never was.
We've got real excitement
Or rather, it
coming
probably
up
means that
now.
this is a really
They're
inaccurate
bringing the
version of this
car.
track, to be honest.
And it's go, go, go. Only 2 more laps to go.
Is it just
Ouch.
the car
He's
that
lost the place.
looked really smooth on it?
Look
It's just
at
like
that.
whoever was in front of
I'm
me.
sure there was contact
Whatever.
there.
I've lost the place off the start. That almost never happens.
Marvellous. He's off to a flying start.
Well, Murray doesn't think so.
And the gap is closing.
Oh, yes, this is interesting,
He's
right?
up into the points now.
Yeah. I thought.
Almost
Oh,
certainly a
whoa,
collision
no.
there. It's Ransom.
No,
He's into the
I've bottled
wires.
it. I've bottled it, lads. My best qualifying position. Squandered it. And on a 2-lap race, which I was just about to get to. The fact that this is only 2 laps instead of, I think they've all been 3 so far.
Pedal to the metal. Flat out.
So I forget exactly what, like,
18.
race
Luca
setting it
Bernard.
is. 5%?
That's moved him up a place.
It's 5% rounded up or something like that. Or rounded to the nearest. No, because I should make this 3 laps as well. I don't really know. I think it is 5%. And they somehow decided that 5% of 45 makes 2 laps.
Brilliant! He forces his way through.
I'm
The gap is
overthinking
growing.
this.
It's not enough to be lucky. You've got to be good. And he is that. I'm sure there was contact there.
I think there might have been, yeah. So old Hockenheim is infamous for being just a nightmare for
Michael
setups.
Schumacher.
Because obviously so much of the track is basically just a straight line.
That's moved him up a place.
So much of the track is just like straight lines. But if you set up for like Monza or something, you'll used to really struggle in like the stadium section. And you have your own sort of version of that on this game.
He
Because
forces his way through. He's definitely gaining.
it's impossible to know which corners they'll let you just go full throttle through. Also, I'm back up to 6th place now. I'm just been like 16th or whatever I was. I was just drafting him.
Into the points.
Never like this corner. So let's not get too cocky here. It's the final lap. I don't want to throw away. I'm only in points now. I don't really want to throw away what I've got if I can help it. Because I would certainly call myself driver of the day at least.
It's not enough to be lucky. You've got to be good. And he is that. He's definitely gaining. I'm sure there was contact there. Look at that! It's a win for Michael Schumacher.
I'll take a point.
That's a great result for the Benetton team.
Schumacher Coulthard-Hill. Okay, that's a gap opening a little bit. 52 point, yeah. As well it would be, I suppose. Okay, halfway point. I will take a quick break. I'm not going anywhere. Well, yeah. Anyway, one sec. It's important to stay hydrated when you're a bloody gamer. Yeah, so what's it now? Hungary? Maybe? I didn't really intend to do this entire game on one stream, but like I say, we're in the second half now. So I may as well.
This is the Hungarian Grand Prix, round 10 of the 1995 World Championship.
Magyar Nagy Ditch. It is not correct. I know it's not correct. I don't speak Hungarian.
Into third. Down into second. Third gear. Up into fourth. Up into fifth.
Oh, yeah, okay, I had a feeling this was a bit of a funky version of this. That is a way more pronounced elevation change than it is in real life.
Down into second. Into fifth.
And that
Into
corner
third.
is always interesting when you it's such a flick of a corner. To do it all digital steering is interesting. These corners too, like can you take some of these flat? You probably can, but
he's down at the second split.
Oh yeah, and I always forget that this is like part of the track that's like changed. Because broadly speaking, most of this track is the same as it was, or like always has been since the first race in '86. They expanded for the sixth place. Nice. The main straight's a bit longer. The first corner's a bit tighter, and that sort of bit straight turning into more of a right-angled corner. That's a pretty bad start for us.
That's put him down a place. If he can keep his place, he'll finish in the points. That was almost certainly a
okay, I'm rooting for this McLaren to get some points. I think it's terrible that we're in round 10 now and McLaren hasn't got a single point yet.
Unbelievable! There was definitely contact between the two cars. That's taken him up a position.
I said I was rooting for him to get a point. I didn't say I was going to pass him.
And the gap is closing.
Who's this? Oh, it's Blundell behind me. That's interesting.
He's a bit off the pace there. Oh my word!
Is that both Williams up front? Doesn't see Michael there. He's not even on the podium. He's faster than me down the straight. Oh, that was interesting. See, when the AI is racing this game, it's a real sight to behold because they will do anything. I'm going to assume the AI is all broadly aware of what they're always going to do. Oh, see, an AI would have probably looked at that. See, that was badly if I commit to that. Maybe I should play this game on hard at some point.
Look at
Oh, shut me up.
That's down a position. Unbelievable.
Oh, McLaren.
Only one more lap to go.
Back in him. Get your point, my dude.
That's put him down a place.
I'll take the Williams too. Yeah.
Oh my word. He forces his way through.
None of this top six is correct anymore. I don't know when it takes the timing. I think it must be at the line. Oh, do we dream of that McLaren getting on the podium?
Oh no!
Not if we keep doing that, you won't.
It's Hamilton.
Oh, it can still all change. It's the nature of races on this game. It's not over till it's over.
Race over. It's a win for Damon Hill. Frank Williams is going to be...
Hakkinen got points. We'd love to see it. There's finally somebody new on the championship standings. It's looking good for Williams. Makes sense. Makes more sense than Benetton winning it in real life, to be honest.
Welcome to beautiful Spa in Belgium for round 11 of the championship.
So this one is a little bit more interesting because the AI actually do set qualifying laps in this one.
Go!
Because in real life, this was a wet qualifying. I think it was the only one of the season. I could be wrong about that. It's the really famous one because Schumacher ended up qualifying 16th. In the conditions, and so to sort of make an actually representative grid, because I don't think there's weather in this game at all. But again, I could just be wrong about that as well. Either way, it's clearly not raining now. You see, I think my time's being compared here against Berger, who I was about to definitively say was not on pole, but I'm actually not entirely sure about that. Must have been cool Friday night when he was on pole, right? I've played this before, and Johnny Herbert was on pole, and he never got a pole in real life.
He's up after the first split. Third gear.
Anyway, I took out a really flat, which you're also not supposed to be able to do. At least I don't think so. Oh no, yeah, definitely not, because the VAR crashes in 1999. You couldn't take out a really flat yet by that point, so you definitely couldn't in 95. Corner flat, to be honest.
He's down at the second split.
That's
down
not where I thought that was going to be.
Into fourth. Fifth gear. Fourth gear. He really loves these kind of conditions.
Yeah, this is another track where I have to assume that the recreation is not entirely accurate with that 2 minutes 5 provisional pole time. And I say provisional because, yeah, the AI do actually improve their times over the session. So this will be the only one where I presume this is going to be an okay time. Yeah, it's 4th on the grid, but if I just did what I would normally do and like stop and just go to the race, I won't actually be 4th because the AI are actually improving. or there will be. So I'll just do another one and see if I can do any better. I'm gonna feel really stupid if I'm just wrong about all of that.
He's down at the third split. Fourth gear.
How am I
into
down?
second.
I'm doing different.
Into third. Fourth gear. Fifth gear.
This is all in the braking for the first corner. Who's this? Who's this? Who's the FT man? Get out of the way. Flat, 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 flat. Oh yes, you better believe it. That's insane.
He's down at the second split. Down into fourth.
There's just no pleasing
He
about it.
must be shedding buckets of adrenaline in that car. Into fifth. Third gear.
So, you take Pool on flat, and the guys might be interested. You get Tyrrell parking it on the apex. But fine, yeah? Why even live?
Third gear. Into fourth.
That was bad.
Into fifth.
That wasn't a great way to negotiate
He's
any of
closing
that.
the gap.
I think that is technically an improvement. And I still got fourth on the grid, so I'll just leave it there. So let's see if I'm still fourth. Because now I'm curious. Well, looks like I am. Looks like I was just wrong about all of that. But so far as Ferrari lockout,
We've
alright.
got real excitement coming up now. And they're off.
Oh, that's bad.
We're into the penultimate lap.
Yeah, so this is another 2-lap
Down
race.
towards turn one
I
they
think
come.
makes a little bit more
He's lost
sense.
the pace. Oh no! There was definitely contact between the two cars.
Means
If he can keep
Clown
his
mode
pace,
start
he'll
right
finish in
there.
the points.
slingshot up.
Unbelievable! That's taken him up a position.
Oh,
Collision there. It's Frenson. He's hit the bag.
that was insanely obvious that was going to happen. And I would have had
He's a bit off the
a
pace
million
there.
different ways to get out of it if I felt like it. I simply refuse. So maybe I'm just wrong about how the qualifying session there works then, because Hill and Schumacher aren't up at the front, and they weren't in real life either. So maybe they sort of simulate lap times for the drive version of the track that give them how the grid actually was in real life. I don't know.
He forces his way through.
It's surprisingly hard to find out any information about how any of that works. Because all you get is just like, oh, it uses the same like grids as the real races.
It's Brundle. Look at this.
Oh, please.
Look at this. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm sure there was contact there. Remember,
I really shouldn't Spa to be a race where I just had these sorts of problems.
and it usually does. That's down
Yeah,
the
anything
position.
can happen, I suppose. I guess there is that. We know it's not unsalvageable.
Blackout.
It's definitely going to be
Remarkable. Race order.
ways of
The
recovering.
race leader, Gerhard Berger. Second, Mika Häkkinen.
Maybe so clean through a bollard and everything
David
now.
Coulthard. In fourth place, only one more lap to go. In fifth place, Mark Blundell. Sixth, Johnny Herbert.
Oh, I really thought I was going to squeeze and go really there.
Overtaking there.
None of these AIs have like a line quite any of this.
He forces his way through. He's up in
Yeah, that's silly.
And he's gained a lot of time there. Oh my word!
Well,
That's down a position.
I wouldn't blame you if you thought that was me trying to sort of like make up for what I thought was sort of too good of an approach there. I was like, oh, I've got to like be fair to the AI here, but no, that was actually just a mistake.
14, Olivier Panis.
Well, I mean, so this is Blue on in front of me, but then now it's Schumacher in front of me. So yeah, Schumacher definitely starts in 16th in this race then. Weird, I don't quite understand how all that works.
You can see visually just how small the gap is. That was almost certainly a collision there. Ouch! It's Schumacher!
God damn it. This is not going right. I care now.
Race order. The race leader, Gerhard Berger. In second place, Mika Häkkinen. In third, David Coulthard.
That worked
It's a win for Gerhard
entirely too well.
The Tifosi will be overjoyed with this result.
Oh, but Häkkinen on the podium. Double points for McLaren as well. Blundell gets
In
points.
third place.
Awesome. Berger, Häkkinen, Coulthard. None of the top three in the championship get any points. Well, Coulthard's in the top 10 now, top 3 now. It looks like I'm slipping a little bit in the championship here. McLaren get past Jordan. Williams are on around 100, which is quite nice to see. It's always interesting. You always sort of get it in these games where there's just some AI is just better than the real driver was. I think was it F1 2021 where Bottas was just like an absolute machine, no pun intended. But like it was always Bottas that was like challenging for the championships. I only did one season of the career mode on that, but yeah, Bottas was champion. So
this is historic Monza, where we're about to see the Italian Grand Prix.
Yeah, don't ever forget that the Monza chicane seems to be different. First chicanes. Because it's a pair, left, right, left, right.
Up into fifth.
So you want to be over this side.
Up into sixth.
Oh. No, you don't want to be you want to be quite over that side.
Pedal to the metal. Flat out.
Nice.
He's already behind at the first split. Into fourth. Up into third.
Got away with that one.
Fourth gear. Up into fifth.
The huge banners of Parmigiano Reggiano. I just think they're funny. Parmigiano, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's just funny, it's cheese. That's like the idea of advertising cheese on a huge banner ad like this.
Second split.
I wasn't really aware that it was anything that needed advertising, to be honest. It's cool they got the classic lap chart thing as well. 8th on the grid, I'll do. Coulthard, Schumacher, Berger, Hill.
Watch for the lights. We've got real excitement coming up now. And they're off. Only 2 more laps to go. This is the critical time.
This is only 2 laps as well.
That's taken him into the points.
Give me a couple of that.
Look at that.
That's not how I meant for that to go, but that worked a lot better than it probably should have done.
That's taken him up a position. And the gap is closing.
It's the cleanest negotiation of that chicane I've ever done in sort of a lap 1 situation. I don't mean to tell on myself. But I don't know, if you watch up to this point, you'll know my racing instincts aren't the sharpest in the world.
He's a bit off the pace there.
I'm also starting to get a bit tired. It's getting up to 11:30 at night. But we're so close to the end of this season that I may as well just see it through. How did that even happen? How did that work? How did he just get out of the way? It's an interesting complaint to have. And now I've got a front row seat for whatever on earth is going to happen here. Oh my god! No. Got a 4.5 chew with that one.
That's putting down a place. Oh no!
Got away with it there.
Marvellous! Race order. In first, David Coulthard. In second position, Michael Schumacher. In third
I
place,
feel justified in doing that. Oh, Jesus.
that was almost certainly a collision there.
I actually don't agree, Mario. I think I just about avoided it somehow. Oh, it's all happening behind me.
There was
Come on,
definitely
front drafting.
contact between the 2 cars. Wait a minute.
Oh, what's happening here? Is Schumacher got a better launch? Or is it all as it was? I'm thinking like all as it was.
It's a win for David Coulthard.
Oh, that was Coulthard?
Frank Williams is going to be...
I didn't even realise that. I thought that was Hill. Well, that'll probably be the end for Hill's championship then. He's 10 points behind Coulthard. Coulthard's only 3 behind Schumacher. Interesting. Interesting. What could have been, eh? There was a time that I probably would have gone to the effort of making a big spreadsheet for the results. Somewhere in the depths of my Google Drive. There's all sorts of ones I used to do for F1 games when I started playing them.
Welcome to Estoril and round 13 of the World Championship.
So Estoril is a bit like Argentina for me. It's not really a track you can play, and only the sort of newer Formula 1 games than this.
Fourth gear. Fifth
It's
gear.
not a track I know that well, but
Into sixth.
it's a track that I grew to learn it better than Argentina. In the
He's
past,
accelerating hard now.
I am having to relearn it now. I said that sometime. This is a weird track to me anyway. It just feels like it just goes on forever somehow.
Down into
Like I know what the track layout looks like.
third gear. Down into second.
It just surprises me. I'm just confused. I always get confused, like where half of this like track even like goes. I can't like draw out how it looks from driving it.
Looking at the lap times now. He's down at
I
the
recognise
first
it's just
split.
me. It's a very famous racetrack for most people.
Down into second. Into first. Second gear. He's down at the second split.
Oh, that's not bad actually. I thought that was the line.
He must be shedding
Yeah,
buckets
it's
of
1 second.
adrenaline in that
I
car.
lost all that here basically, so I'll do another one.
Up into fifth.
I'm not
Into
happy
fourth.
starting this at 22nd. I didn't mention this, but because I've not been
Down into fourth.
this low in qualifying at the moment, but I think I might have mentioned it actually. Syntech. I mentioned Syntech, but just like in real life, they don't appear in this game after Monaco. So there's 26 cars on the grid until Monaco,
Looking at the lap times
and then after
now.
Monaco is only 24.
He's already behind at the first split.
But what that means, or what's interesting about that,
Fourth gear.
is if you choose to play
Third
as a
gear.
Syntech,
Fourth gear.
you can play anyway, so it doesn't stop you from doing a race after Monaco if you want to. But there'll be 25 cars on the grid, because they won't spawn you a teammate,
Looking at the lap times now.
because it
He's
knows who
down
was
at
really in the
second
race,
split.
and it doesn't give you like a second Syntech if there wasn't one. But if you play a two-player campaign, you can both be Syntech. You can be both Syntech drivers and take them through the end of the season, which is pretty interesting.
He's definitely
That's much more like it. Well, the way you do two-player on this game is a little bit funky, because it's one of these ones where you have to use the link cable, connect two PlayStations together. You need two TVs. I don't even know if you can do that with the PS1 Slim, which is what I'm using. I don't know if that even supports a link cable.
Watch the lights. And they're off. Straight down towards turn one they come.
Yeah, two-player career is the thing in this game.
Superlative. Spectacular overtaking there. He's got cleanly away.
That was a pretty clean start, actually. I'm quite pleased with that. It felt good. Oh, these Benettons haven't gotten away very well, though.
Look at that. There was definitely contact between the two cars. That's down a position. He's definitely gaining. Unless I'm very much mistaken. I am very much mistaken. He should be finishing in the points now.
Was that like an actual line of dialogue, or did it just combine two things into one? Because I am very much mistaken. That's just like a Mario thing.
Ruben's very fellow. What's happened? He's losing
I
ground.
really don't like that one. It's like the weirdest part of this track for me. Well, thanks for opening the door.
If he can keep his place, he'll finish in the points. That's taken him up a position.
Think of these sort of wild defense moves that they make,
And he's gained a
where
lot
they
of time there.
just leave the line and they just swing out, and they don't really sort of lose any speed. But you sort of wonder, like,
They're really right on the edge, pushing into the
what are they sort of programmed to do? Like, why do they do that? Ooh. It's getting a bit juddery. Because it's not a defense, it just opens up a line for you to attack on.
Gerhard Berger in
But Oh.
Schumacher.
Thanks, Gerhard. Take that.
That's moved him up a place.
So that's kind of cool, because that was like a plausible mistake from the AI to like run wide when he was leading the race. It's like he sort of cracked down the pressure or something. It's just interesting. I like seeing the way the sort of AIs interact when they're close together, because they make some just ridiculous moves.
Look at this! Look at this!
It's just a bit of a shame that they do the same, like, to you, and you can't predict what they're going to do.
Only one more lap to go. He's losing ground.
Where is this going to end up? Because if I've got my commentator's hat on, Schumacher is a lot faster than Hamilton. And surely only a matter of time.
He really loves these kind of conditions.
This could be it. It's not. He'll stay ahead. I'm not just commentating, like staying out of it. They're just faster than me, and they don't do that. What? Oh.
The gap is increasing.
That was like a genuine user error. I just
Hill.
didn't press the button
Michael
before.
Schumacher. Heinz Harold Frentzen. Gerhard Berger.
Oh, the momentum. The speed.
Exceptional. That's taken him up a position.
Second place.
It's a win for Damon.
Bumping up my fellow countryman. Take down the German, I guess. This is not my intention. We're now leading to 2 Williams against 1 Benetton. And it's going to give Schumacher the championship by default, I suspect. If we're not careful. If they're not careful. I don't care.
It's the Grand Prix of Europe at the Nürburgring, round 14 of the championship.
Nice. I sort of have less excuse for not knowing this track as well.
Go!
Because this is in plenty of games. Not least Gran Turismo 7.
Fourth gear. Into fifth.
I mean, to be fair, it's a little bit different, I guess. If I'll allow myself to make that excuse, it's not the exact same track, because this whole bit's different, but that was still pretty poor, actually.
Into fourth. Up into fifth.
But, you know, since I've brought it up,
He's down at the first stage.
while we're talking about Gran Turismo, it's sort of the obvious comparison point when you're thinking about sort of PS1 racing games that sort of aim for a degree of realism, which, oh, okay, well, we'll scratch that perhaps. Yeah, if we're being sort of really, what's the word, flattering to this game, you would say it's trying to be somewhat realistic.
Fifth gear.
And, like, you're looking at it in a vacuum, and you're like, I want to play the best realistic racing game on the PS1 specifically. You basically have no reason not to just play Gran Turismo 2. But in the same sort of way, see, I'm 24th, right? Not 26th, even though I made that horrible mistake on that lap. Because they take 4 cars. But, yeah, it's a little bit like sort of the way the racing sort of game sphere is now anyway, where like there is still, I think anyway, a sort of justifiable reason to be interested in the Formula 1 series over something that's more sort of general purpose, like Gran Turismo.
I'm looking at the lap times.
And I'm not even getting into like
He's already
actual
behind at the
racing
first
sims. I'm not saying so I don't play any like real sims. I'm not like a sim racer exactly. I don't sort of play, you know, Assetto Corsa or Competizione or what else is there? I don't know. See, I don't even know. BeamNG. I think about Jimmy Broadbent. What does he play? No, like I don't play sort of those games because I don't sort of play on PC, and I know that console versions of like Assetto Corsa, there's no point in playing those if they're not as good. You can't mod them. Blah 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 blah. So take my opinion with a grain of salt. I'm not saying that Gran Turismo is the be-all end-all. My point is that I get annoyed when people say that like it is. Yeah, I'll take that. I get annoyed, or not annoyed, I don't care. People can say what they like. It's no skin off my nose. Gran Turismo is not the most realistic racing game in the entire world. And people often talk about it like it is. But for the PS1, it probably is the most realistic racing game in the system, but you still can't race Formula 1 cars on it. You don't get to see the real cars and drive. That's all it is, really. This game, if it wasn't Formula 1, this wouldn't be an incredible racing game. But it just has the right vibe. By which I mean it has Murray Walker. That'll get away from me a bit, that thought, wherever I was going with that. To be honest, the track will kind of get away from me as well. I was spooked for the 40 there. I forgot all about 40. I thought they were in this game. I thought they were in the season, I should say.
He's a bit off the pace there.
Yeah, enjoy this look at sort of a very, very rapid curve. Yeah, you know, you're looking at 40s and Pacifics.
18, Taki Inoue. That's taken him up a position.
Taki Inoue ahead of us.
19, Mike's Harold Frenson. 20th,
Bloody hell.
Jean-Denis Delatraz.
Ah, Delatraz. Amazing. Somebody Delatraz. That's not a name you're familiar with. This is an artist. Yeah, Delatraz is sort of well known for doing like possibly the worst Formula 1 driver. Like, is ever the word? I don't know about ever, but certainly of the modern-ish era. Because he was just so slow. He did like maybe 3 or 4 races total. And he was just all over the place every time. You know, close to a dozen seconds off the pace at times. Completely out of his depth.
The race leader, Damon Hill.
He's in this game. He didn't race the full season. Any other game he wouldn't have been in it. But because he was a mid-season replacement, and this game's got all of them in it, we just got to hear Mario Walker say, Jean-Denis Delatraz. You got to hear me completely screw up saying it. So, you know, what a day.
There was definitely contact between the two cars.
Oh,
My word!
just Jean-Christophe, please.
Oh no! Tarquini!
Oh, we're getting other Norrie things. It's Tarquini! I should make horrible mistakes and fall to the back of the field more often. It's fun down here.
Wait a minute! I'm sure there was contact there.
Yeah, I'm definitely starting to get a bit desperate here.
14, Knights Harold Franson. 15, Gabriele Tarquini.
Oh, that's so dark. I can't see a thing. That's bad, actually.
They're really right on the edge, pushing it to the limit all the time.
Clean overtake.
Beautiful. He forces his way through.
Yep, thanks, Murray. I agree.
He's definitely gaining.
You're right there, Murray.
Spectacular.
Oh, the speed. Oh, the momentum. Oh, the Benetton out of the
In
points.
first, Damon Hill. Second, David Coulthard. In third position, Michael Schumacher. It's a win for Damon Hill. Frank Williams is going to be very happy with this win. In second place, David Coulthard. In third place, Michael Schumacher.
Wow, that's a commanding win for Hill, actually. It's not often you get sort of 5-second margins over other cars in this game.
Knights Harold Franson.
Oh, point for Irvine. Oh, wow, look at this. 72, 71, 70. I think Williams are now confirmed as a Constructors' Champion, right? I'm not sure about the maths on that, but there's 3 times... I mean, they're like 60 points clear, and I think there's probably like... There's less than that. There's less than that left. 16 points maximum, 3 rounds left. Pretty sure that's enough to confirm Williams. So we've already diverged from the real-world timeline here. I will not be keeping track. Thanks for asking.
Here we are at the secluded AIDA circuit for the Pacific Grand Prix.
This is fascinating. The fact that, you know, I feel like this is probably one of the most forgotten races. Not the Pacific Grand Prix just on its own, because it's relatively famous as being one of the only races that Senna drove for Williams. Where, of course, he was knocked out of the race at the first corner. But the fact that it was back again in '95, I feel like it just must get really forgotten. Because the back half of '95 in real life, there's not really much kind of there, because it's just the story of how Damon Hill bottles the championship. Or bottles the championship challenge, so. Because, yeah, like Michael... It's Suzuka straight after this. So it's 2 races in Japan in a row.
Down at the second split. Down into fifth.
And yeah, Michael wins championship at Suzuka. And like nothing happens in this race. In real life, particularly. And they never came back. But this is a cool track. I like it. It's like a karting track, I feel. It's just all corners.
Third gear. Into fourth. Fifth
Actually
gear.
short. Depends from the grid tower. I like the Boss Coffee sponsorship because it reminds me of Yakuza. It's like the stupidest reason I have for sort of commenting on any of this. Oh, now it's Coulthard in front. So this is all getting interesting. The fact that there's now 3 of them are fighting for front. You need to go start paying attention to like who's on pole and who's in the lead. Because you could have like really important championship implications. Oof.
There was definitely contact between the 2 cars.
I've been
The
biffed.
gap is growing. What's happened? That's moved him up a place.
It's Julian. Oh, I'm not happy with that. That's fine. We won't be doing too many of that.
Oh my word! That's taken him into the post.
Nice. That was clean. Happy with that. I'm not happy with the dive falling over, but I like that.
There was definitely contact between the two cars. Oh no!
Oh. Okay. So sometimes you can just about tell when you're going to be on the grass. And it's not always predictable exactly what's going to happen, but you know it's not going to be anything good.
Wait a minute! There was definitely contact between the two cars. Hang on! Race order. First, Damon Hill in second place. Michael Schumacher. In third, David Coulthard. In fourth position, Jules Alesi. What's happened? In fifth, Mike's Harold Hansen. In sixth position, Eddie Irvine.
I don't know why I'm being so polite.
Ouch!
I don't know why they're being so polite. Somebody come past me.
This is the next to last lap. The gap is growing.
Actually, yeah, this is a 4-lap race, yeah, because in real life this race was over 80 laps. So 5% turns it into a 4-lap race.
Andy's gained a lot of time
Incredibly
now.
pointless
He's
trivia.
right underneath
So this
the
was
rear wing of the car in front.
the last
There
race
was definitely
to be
contact between the two cars.
well, hang on. Adelaide with 80 laps. Never mind. Basically it was this and Adelaide, which is the final race this season.
Henson. He's into the barriers. He's lost the place. Oh no!
I was thinking about how many laps there were in every race this season, and I got me punted off.
He's up into the points now.
Now I've got to take back what's rightfully mine.
Only one more lap to go.
Ooh, Irvine in fourth.
In first, Damon Hill. Second, Michael Schumacher. In third
We've got a hell of a
position,
train going.
David Coulthard. In fourth place, Eddie Irvine. Fifth, Jules Alesi. In sixth, Mike's Harold Hansen. There was definitely contact
Oh,
between
who's
the
this?
two
Is this
cars.
Coulthard?
Wait a minute! Hang on! What's happened?
I don't actually know if they rendered the drivers' helmets.
Ouch!
I'll have a little look back closer because
Look at this! Look at this!
while as you can probably tell the frame rate isn't amazing, it's a fast moving game. It's twitchy.
They're really right
The sense of
on the
speed
edge, pushing into the
is
limit
pretty
one more
impressive.
time. It's a win for Michael Schumacher.
Wow, Schumacher ended up winning that one. Okay, that was Coulthard. Which is Jan Magnussen in the McLaren for this one race. It's all quite interesting. To certain brands of silly people. Right, where are we? Schumacher 82, Hill at 77. Actually, we could have a repeat of what happened in real life. Schumacher could technically win the title at the next race. It would take something kind of weird happening. But if Schumacher has a lead, he's a lead of 5 points right now. If he has a 10-point lead after this, then the title's over. But I don't think this game doesn't
Welcome to
tell you,
Suzuka,
even if it does
Japan,
do the
the
maths on it.
scene of
But
round 16 of this year's championship.
to be honest, I think all it does is it just like tells you whether you succeeded based on like where you finished in the championship, or basically whether you won it or not. So the fact is I'm not going to win the championship, so it's going to give me like essentially like a you tried screen at best. With a chicane there. That's my Suzuki figure. There's a chicane in the lap. I'll cards on the table. This was the track where I sort of accidentally got a ridiculous pole position. So, to a degree, that's what I'm hoping I can do. But, if I get my standard, like, top 10 on the grid, I'm not going to fight that hard. This is a funny old track, though, because it's... When I play this on, like, a real game, not this, I have to like concentrate so hard to get like anywhere with it, and then in this game, where I'm not even going to finish that sentence. I just commentated to curse myself to an insane degree. I'll finish the sentence anyway. What I was going to say is, it just feels like it works, even though you're not steering with like analog anything.
That's powerful acceleration there.
So yeah, I completely just jinxed myself by doing that, but it is what it is. I had a feeling I was going to have to do a second lap of this anyway. Can you 130R flat?
They're really right on the edge, pushing it to the limit all the time.
You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be able to.
The second split.
I got on the grass a little bit there, but you can technically.
Fourth gear. Into first. Into second. Up into third, up into fourth, up into fifth.
I look at that lap, going off into the wall where I did was still faster than the bottom four. This is already a bad start. But we keep pushing, we never give up.
Into fourth, into fifth, into sixth.
I forgot there would be traffic.
Look at that!
Oh no! We're going to be here for a long time, guys.
The third split.
I need not only a metaphorically clean lap, where I don't make mistakes, but I need a genuinely clean lap, where I don't get cars sitting on the racing line.
Into fifth. Into sixth. Remember, anything happens in Grand Prix racing, and it usually does.
It wouldn't be so bad if you just restart your lap from the pause menu like you
He's
can
down at the second split.
in the newer games. But that's what I was saying earlier, that like it's hard to know what exactly the limits are for qualifying.
Down into first.
And this is exactly the sort of situation where I think about that sort of thing. Where it's like,
Into second. Up into third.
am I burning fuel? When I run out of fuel? Do I have like a limit on the number of laps I can do?
The gap is increasing.
Like, I don't know. There's nothing, as far as I'm aware, stopping me from just going until I'm happy. And to be honest, if I don't get this one in, I'll just cut my losses and start 20th. I think that could be interesting on a track like this.
Into fourth. Up into fifth. Sixth gear. I'm looking at the lap times now. He's already behind at the first split.
Oh no. I mean, that might have been enough already to ruin this effort.
Up into sixth. It's not enough to be lucky. You've got to be good.
Never give up.
And he is back.
Never give up.
Down into fifth.
Never give up. Even when it makes sense to give up.
He's down at the second split.
I mean, it might end up being an improvement on 20th.
He's hard on the accelerator. Into third. Down into first. Second
I have no
gear.
pictures working out
Third gear.
at all.
Fourth gear. Into fifth.
I don't know what my time was
And
before.
he's gained a lot of time
16th. It's an improvement. It's an improvement. I could sit here and try and get a better lap in, but it's now ticked over to midnight. I'm pushing to the end, man. I'm going to do the bonus track as well. I was going to save that until we get there, but
there. We've got real
I'm
excitement
going to say it
coming
now,
up
so I've made the
They're
commitment.
ready for the on.
And I'm actually going to do it.
Go! Only 2 more laps to go. Straight down towards turn 1 they come. Beautiful. Ben's taking it upper position. Hang on.
You've just got to give him space
What's
sometimes.
happened? It's Blundell. I'm sure there was contact there. He forces his way through. Oh my word! Ben's taken him upper position, and he's gained a lot of time there. Seventh, Mike's Harold Princeton. He forces his way through. Eighth, Eddie Irvine. I'm sure there was contact there. He should be finishing in the points now.
I'm pretty pleased with that first lap, I'm not going to lie.
He's closing the gap.
Yeah.
He's been overtaken. I'm sure there was contact there. They're really right on the edge, pushing
It
into the
writes
limit all
itself,
the time.
man.
Hang on.
Ooh.
Race order. We're into the final lap. Second, Michael Schumacher. Incredible. In third place, Damon Hill. In fourth position, Mika Hakkinen. In fifth, David Coulthard.
It's just
Johnny Herbert.
impossible to race these guys.
Hang on. There
Some would
was
say.
definitely contact between the two cars.
I'm sure it's not fun for the PlayStation to be trying to compute racing with 23 AI cars.
Ouch! Look at this! Look at this!
I'm willing to cut it some slack on occasion, but
That's taken him up a position.
you really should treat every single car like it's four eggshells and a thing in the middle that's also made of eggshell.
They're really right on the edge, pushing it to the limit all the time. He's definitely gaining.
Yeah.
Oh my word!
See what I mean? There's no reason for whoever that was to have even needed to do that.
It's a win for Jean Alesi.
Oh, win for Jean
The
Alesi.
Tifosi will be overjoyed with.
Alesi, Schumacher, Hill, Coulthard, Hakkinen, Frentzen. Okay. So it's a showdown, final round showdown. Schumacher has a 7-point lead, which means essentially that Hill has to win the race and Schumacher not be on the podium to have any shot. But anything's possible. Actually, yeah, Hill definitely has to win. It's the only way that you can get more than 7 points. So
And now, sadly, for the last time at Adelaide, Australia, for the final round of this year's championship.
yep, very true. So again, this is in the sort of schools of Estoril, Buenos Aires, Aida, for me, tracks that I had never experienced before playing it here. I will no doubt make some very silly mistakes once we get past, because I know that chicane. I like that chicane, but it's like here and some of the other sort of street tracky corners that I just do really badly with.
He's down at the first split. Into fourth.
Yep, see, it's always that one.
Into third. Fourth gear.
Oh, you know, really have to break there. I always thought the sort of popping for this track is quite distinctive, because you have the sort of unique, like, red, yellow, blue colour scheme, like on the barriers and stuff, and you have like brownstone like building on one of the back strip. And this bit of the track is really weird. I've always thought this. That's my excuse, Your Honour. It's just like, oh yeah, for 3 corners, it's not really a street track anymore. Yeah, 23rd, we'll do it all that. That's fair, I'm allowed to do that.
It's not enough to be lucky, you've got to be good. And he is that. Second gear. Third gear. Third gear. Fourth gear. He's down at the first split.
Yeah, that's much more like it. Some might say that was beyond track limits, but
He's down
you don't want to hear it.
Second gear. He's having to use the brakes an awful lot. Second gear. Into third. Into fourth. Into first.
Oh, please.
And he's gained a lot of time there.
Yeah, that's a lot more like it. 10th place for the final round. if somebody overtakes Schumacher at the start and Hill keeps the lead, then there's still a chance for him. But I'm keeping myself out of it as much as I can. Is that what I said?
That's moved him up a place. That's put him down a place. What's happened? Ouch! Look at
Some
this.
sort of like musicality to that's put him up a place, that's put him down.
He forces his way through.
Oh god, these cars.
Oh dear. There was definitely contact between the two cars.
Right, these guys are definitely going to be slow through here. Nothing more terrifying than a heavy braking zone.
Look at that. Unbelievable. No. Eddie Irvine. That's taken him up a position.
So of course in real life, Denton Hill completely dominated this race. He became, I think, possibly the only time in history that the winner has had the winning margin has been 2 full laps, which is kind of sickening to think about.
Superb! Spectacular overtaking there. There was definitely contact.
You just can't do that. That's not allowed.
He's closing the gap.
And it's kind of funny to think about with this race as well, is that in real life, well, actually I suppose, not really, because there's no 96 season game. But yeah, so we had the Pacific Grand Prix and the Japanese Grand Prix, the 2 races in Japan, one after the other, and then we had this race, and then the first ever Grand Prix in Melbourne was the season opener of '96. So there's 2 races in Australia. So we had 2 races in one country, in the same country, twice in a row. I'm not sure even 2020 did that, because there was always a single one-off race between the repeats. So, weird little record of history, I suppose.
We're into the penultimate lap. Look at that! He's right up tight behind him, pushing hard. That's taken him into the points.
I kind of think that chicane's the best part of this track, to be honest. That's what I can say about it. I don't really like some end chicanes, but I just feel like that one in particular is inviting you to just take all of your speed into it. And this is like a terrifying circuit, because it's definitely a street circuit, but it's so fast.
They're really right on the edge, pushing into the limit all the time.
And of course I don't really know what they do for the AI for hacking it on this track for this one, because he obviously had a very serious crash in qualifying in real life. He just didn't start the race, and was very lucky to recover in time for the next season and go on to win a championship, of course. So there's always something going on. This one because I'm going about. It was very illegal in this race. Final lap. I don't want to get involved in this in any way. I mean, considering that it's a Williams in third, and Schumacher leading the race now. I think he might be.
Hang on! I'm sure there was contact there. What's happened?
He's not leading. He's just basically taking the full flight out. So maybe that's what it is. Let's see what we can get with this.
And he's gained a lot of time there.
Got that's Schumacher in the lead.
This young man really is a superlative driver. That's taken him up a position.
Time to program a move. No. Oh, maybe. To the line.
It's a win for Michael Schumacher.
Well,
That's a great.
there's nothing I can do about that. Schumacher wins the title. 98 to 85. That's a lot closer than it was in real life. Couldn't say what the numbers were. Williams win the constructors. Only 6 teams score points. Because I've been playing this like an idiot. Continue. Championship completed. And here's where I think it might start playing some more licensed music. So I might have to... I've got my slider ready. It's loading something. Yep. Oh, yep. Okay. Let's put some our own little music back on here. Heinz Frentzen, by the way. Oh, I should have put Frere. Yeah. Oh well. Points/position. Wait, what? Why is it Coulthard, Hill, Schumacher? What? I'm not sure I understand that. And I like the credits here because you can tell this game was developed in the UK just by the fact that they've all got nicknames here. Phil Spud Snape, Jonathan Kirky Amor, Keith Non-Smoker Pickford. I love that. It's like it's the only one who didn't smoke, I guess. Yeah, and you got 2D and 3D. Yeah. Sarah Surfer Dixon, research and the only bird in the office. Hey boys. Richard MX5 man, Baxter. Everyone's got one around. Yeah, Joe Satch, Stevie Vai. End sequence guitar. Yeah, Murray, the voice of F1 Walker OBE. Yeah, credit, you got Felipe Alio, Jochen Mass. I don't know the Spanish or Italian ones. PR Ponce. Hugh, never seen a salad, Thomas. Kevin Tonka Thompson. Oh, they have fun. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. And we've got one more thing to do before I call it a night. Okay, what do we do? How do we do this? So if you win the championship, you're supposed to, like, earn this. But because this is a sensible game, back in the days when things made sense, you are instead allowed to cheat. So from this screen, practice qualifier, I'm looking at the game facts page for Formula 1 here. Hold select and enter left, circle, circle, triangle, triangle, circle, up, right. Bonus track activated. We'd love to see that. But now I think do I have to back all the way out? One round only. What have I done wrong here? Dear excuse, there's dead air here. Please continue to enjoy the Gran Turismo 2 East City music. I've not backed out far enough. Is that the problem? All the way out. Start anew. Single race. Round only. That's our practicing. Right. Hang on, let me just try this. Let me try entering the code again. Bonus track deactivated. Activated. Well, I might actually, you know what I might have to do? I might have to load into something and then back all the way out. So please excuse me for a second. Okay, we'll keep the music going. I'm glad we got to the end of a championship, though. I never normally manage to go. I've never done that in one sitting before. Sorry, you retired. Yes, that was intentional. I'm just seeing the game sound is actually appearing on my microphone, which is not intentional, but I know that it happens. Right, let's see if it's got it now. And it does work in Grand Prix mode. I know, I've done this before. There we go, bonus track. It's shit like a Formula 1 car. Ain't that cute? Bizarre Grand Prix, Frame Out City. Murray's got nothing to say about this one.
Go! Up into third.
Yeah, so this is obviously just completely, they just made this up.
Into third.
And with the greatest respect, you can sort of tell this track is weird, man.
It's Benson. Unbelievable.
Mostly because of this bit
He must have
where
hit
you
the
can't see a
barrier
thing
there.
there.
He's down at the first split.
Thing is that even despite having done that, I'm likely to still, well,
Pedal
not
to the
anymore.
metal. Flat out. That's a Sauber. He must have hit the barrier there. Second gear. Third gear. Into fourth.
Basically, the AI are really bad on this track, and apparently so am I, but I'm quite tired. It's past my bedtime. I've got work in the morning. And here I am playing Formula 1 96. Well, 95. Formula 1, the joke I was going to make, if I'd done my,
He's down at the second
if
split.
I bothered to edit the video that I sort of had planned for this, was I was going to make a video called
Into
Formula 1
third.
19,
Up
brackets
into fourth.
1995, brackets 1996,
Up into fifth.
brackets 2023.
Up into sixth.
And I'll be uploading the VOD of this, so who knows, maybe I can still call it that.
This young man really is a superlative driver.
Where'd you go? Where do you go?
It's Frenson. He's into the barriers. Fifth gear. He's already behind at the first split. Into sixth.
That's the nose of the car.
He's down at the second split. Down
dear.
into fourth.
Oh,
Unbelievable. That was almost certainly a collision there. Second gear. Third gear.
now the sweeping back down to the rear end of the car.
And the gap is closing.
Right, that'll do. That will literally do. I don't mean to sound impatient. I don't know, maybe I did this on easy when I did this before. Where I was getting whole stupidly quickly. So yeah, this is supposed to be the reward for like winning the championship, if you unlock this. But
He forces his way through.
I don't know how realistic it is to expect to win the championship. I
He's
think they do
accelerating
model
hard now.
certain cars being better than
What's
others.
happened?
So you
I'm
basically do
sure there
need
was
to
contact
either be a
there.
lot better at the game than I am, or
That's taken in upper
drive
position.
a Williams or Benetton. So I'm not this legit. Maybe a Ferrari.
He's been overtaken.
But point is, where I was going with that is that you can just like save the game after you put the code in, and your save file will just have it
He's
still on there
closing the
because
gap.
it has no way of
Look
knowing.
at this. Look at this. Seventh.
Like the save files are really like
Max
rudimentary, so you can just like save any cheats that you applied, and they'll just stay applied, which is quite interesting.
There was definitely contact between the two cars. Brilliant. That's moved him up a place. Look at that.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Unbelievable. Only 2 more laps to go. Oh my word.
Where did I start? Like
First
14th.
position.
I'm now in the lead. Because there's been a sort of
Never gives up.
running thing that I noticed of the AI just kind of braking where you just don't need to brake and just being generally a bit slow. But this track is like wide enough that, and it offers like, I would say it offers quite a few lines. However, I'm taking it a bit too seriously for
In second place.
a bonus track on a game like this. But
In third position.
it's quite easy to basically, well, all I mean is that it's easy to just get around the AIs that are just driving at whatever pace they fancy.
Jean Alesi. In sixth place. Johnny Herbert. It's the final lap.
It's a cool track. I like the sort of undulations on this track. There's something about the way a sort of car drives. It's not the only track that has it, but like anything where you sort of go over like a hill, you crest a hill, so to speak. It just feels nice. It just feels kind of fancy. There's obviously no
This young man
vibration.
really is a
There's no DualShock
superlative driver.
on this game, and yet somehow it just feels like you're getting like decent actual like physical response. Doesn't make any sense, I know, but you see like the suspension like jumping around and like I don't know, it just feels kind of cool. And this part gives me like tiny arena from Crash Team Racing vibes.
What
There we
a
go.
marvellous race. What a great win.
That's an easy enough one to win. And then I think it just kind of boots you out to the menu. But yeah, that all told is Formula One on the PlayStation. Oh, I get to put my initials in for a bonus track here. I'm gonna put Fre this time actually. Ow. Okay. Oh, I see. The thing from before wasn't like the championship. It was like high scores on the memory card, I guess, or on this file. Hmm. So that's everything on Formula One for the PlayStation. That's all 17 tracks of the Grand Prix mode, of the championship mode, plus the bonus track. I suppose the last thing I'll show is how weird the process of saving the game is. Which might seem a strange way to end it, but it's something that I noted when I was like first playing this. Oh, can I switch memory cards? No, it doesn't matter. Um, Basically, it's kind of weird because it's such an early PS1 game that like the menu is sort of clunky and unintuitive, and you have to come through to it doesn't it doesn't auto save, it doesn't auto load. So if I turn the console off now, nothing of what I've done for the last 3 hours would be saved. Which doesn't really matter, I suppose, because it's not like I really accomplished much that I couldn't just do without a cheat code anyway. But you just have to remember to come here and like reload the file every time, which is a bit funny. And it's not sort of something that you just naturally think to do in the modern day. But that's kind of it, really, isn't it? This is an old game. This game's older than me. This game's turning 27. I don't know when exactly it came out. I just know it was September 96. In America, it came out on the 30th, but there's no date given for when it came out in Europe. Uh, but I might have said this earlier. This was the best-selling game of 1996 in Europe on all platforms, which is insane to think about when you consider all the other games that came out in '96 that you might have assumed would stand the test of time a bit more. Mario 64, Crash Bandicoot did really well in Europe. That's it. That's all the games that came out. I feel like Command and Conquer. I don't know. PC games. There must have been some. This was on PC as well. There was a PC version, which didn't review anywhere near as well because I think the view was, why would you bother playing this on PC when PC has things like the Jeff Crammond Grand Prix series? But for a realistic PS1 racing game that came out before Gran Turismo and was explicitly based on the Formula One license, I think it deserved the accolades it got at the time. I obviously didn't dabble in much of the sort of things that really got people interested in the realism. And I didn't do any setups. I didn't do any long races. I didn't do any pit stops. There are still things to potentially one day explore in this game. I wouldn't do a full championship of long races, but I would maybe do. I could maybe show off at some point what a slightly longer race with a pit stop in it looks like, but not for right now. I had an enjoyable stream experience on my very first time doing it as well, and I've accidentally left it at pretty much exactly 3 hours to get through all of that, which was not my intention in the slightest. That's worked out really well. Um, and as I was saying earlier, I don't know exactly when I'll be doing this again. My intention is at some point to play through all of the F1 games on the PlayStation in one form or another, and then eventually even onto PS2. I've been using an Elgato Capture HD, like the really old one. That's got the like composite ports on it and component ports. So that's how I've been able to record off original hardware with basically no modifications. Uh, so I can do my PS2 as well. I don't actually own a PS3, but if I'm going to be complete about it, I probably I will need to at some point for F1 Championship Edition, but that's a long way in the future. That's like 20 years in the future, according as far as this game's concerned. But yeah, that'll be it. If anybody's I don't know if anybody's been watching this while it's been live, but if you have been, if anybody's checked in, appreciate it. If anybody's been watching the VOD, which will be on YouTube at some point, and I'll try my best to keep those archived. I really appreciate that as well. This is just a hobby for me. I'm not taking this proper seriously. It's just a bit of fun for an evening or two every now and then. And it's been very fun. So, yeah, nothing more to say really. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.